Victim blaming is a real thing in our community. One of the biggest things I hear people say, especially when it comes to abuse and especially narcissistic abuse, is if you knew he was narcissist, why did you choose him? Why are you with him if you know he's this and that and that? Let me tell you something. And if you are watching this video and you are in this situation, do not feel stupid. Do not blame yourself. I've been there. I blamed myself. I was very ashamed. Even when I left the situation, I refused to talk about it. I refused to accept it because it is embarrassing and because of the victim blaming mentality that we have in our communities. But the truth is, narcissists, these people are smart people. Again, I call them evil geniuses. They are very smart people, so they mirror who you are. Narcissists become the person they're dating. So when they first meet you, they listen very, very carefully to everything you want in a man. That's why it's never a good idea when a man asks you, what are you looking for? Never ever tell them. Never ever tell them. Just tell them, hey, I'm just looking to meet someone that I can vibe with or be equally yoked with, if you want to use the biblical term, and just see where things go. Never ever tell them exactly what you're looking for. Oh, my ex was abusive. I'm looking for a man who's more gentle. My ex did this and that, but I'm looking for a man who can do this. I'm looking to build with a man. I'm looking to do this. Never ever tell them exactly what you want, because they're going to become that. They are going to become that. So when you first meet a narcissist, or when we first meet a narcissist, they are the best people on earth. They are charming. They are sweet. They are kind. They are considerate. They are romantic. They are loving. They basically mirror who you are, because you're telling them what you're looking for, what you want in a man, and what makes you, what turns you on about a man. So they become that. So when we fall for these people, we're falling for the facade that they're, reflecting back to us. And here's the crazy thing. When you fall for a narcissist, you're not falling for that person. You're falling for yourself. Because again, what they do is they mirror you. They hold a mirror in front of your face, and everything you are, everything you say, everything you believe in, everything you love, everything about you is what they're reflecting back to you. And that is their way of getting you. So when you fall for them, or for the people who like to, victim shame and victim blame, nobody falls for a man who's cussing them out on the first date, who's slapping them on the first date, lying to them on the first date, or just being abusive and being rude. No, nobody in their right mind is going to fall for somebody like that. We fall for the person, the mask, the facade that they put up as our knight in shining armor, as a charming man, as a romantic man, a beautiful soul, a gentle giant. That's who we fall for. And when you fall for them, you'll notice that they move very, very fast. Narcissistic relationships move very, very fast. And the reason they're moving fast is because they want to trap you as quick as possible. So a lot of them will move you out of state quick, within like a month of dating. That's what happened with me. I was living with this person within maybe 2 months of dating. We were engaged within 3 months. They move fast because they want to trap you and cripple you, so that when you do start finding out who they are, it's a little too late, or it's hard to get out of it. They move very fast. They will try to impregnate you really fast. If you have a lot to offer, they'll try to marry you very fast, trap you with a kid very fast. Everything happens fast, to the point where, again, when it comes to the point where you want to leave, you're trapped. And it's hard to leave. Now you got to think about the kids. Now you got to think about splitting your asset with them. Now you got to think about going back to the family that they isolated you from, because that's a great thing they like to do. Another big thing about them is to divide and conquer. The minute a narcissistic man meets you, anybody who knows and loves you becomes their target. And they don't do it overtly. They do it in a passive aggressive or sneaky way. If you have a friend who loves you and just cares about you, who's trying to open your eyes because you are falling for the okie doke, they will make that friend your worst enemy. They will go to that friend and talk ish about you, and then they'll come to you and tell you that the friend is trying to ruin your relationship, the friend is jealous of you, the friend is this, that, that. They do that with family members too. They'll isolate you from your family member, and then they will create some kind of rift between you and your friends, family members, and loved ones, so that they're the only person you know, love, and trust. So that when it comes time to finish you, you have nobody to lean on. You have absolutely nobody to lean on. So this victim blaming thing where people say, oh yeah, if you knew he was a narcissist, why did you date him? Because when you started dating him, he wasn't a narcissist. Narcissists are known for their mask. They put on a mask, and it's the most beautiful mask ever. And their goal is to never ever let that mask slip off. So sis, if you're in that situation and you're blaming yourself and you're feeling stupid, because I've been there, you're feeling stupid, you're feeling embarrassed. How did I choose this man? How did I get here? Or maybe people are telling you, why did you choose him? Why did you have a child by him? Why did you marry this man? Don't feel stupid, because that's not the man you married. That's not the man you got engaged to. That's not the man you started dating. That was his representative. That was his mask you were looking at. The loving man who told you you were the most beautiful woman on earth. The man who told you all his exes were crazy and he's so happy that you came into his life. The man who treated you like a princess the first few months. The man who texted you every single morning, good morning, beautiful. Have you eaten today? Da 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 da. That's the man you fell in love with. And don't blame yourself for falling in love with a person like that, because who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? But the trick is, you fell in love with yourself because they mirrored who you were back to you. So you ended up falling in love with yourself. So don't feel bad. Don't feel stupid. Let me tell you, when I met mine, I just got out of a relationship that I was in since I was like 16. That was the only person I knew. That's the only person I really knew, loved, and trusted. So I was going through trauma when that relationship ended. And this person was the first person who came along. And me not knowing a lot about narcissists, not knowing a lot about relationships because I hadn't been in many, me not knowing anything about these con artists, the first person that showed his face was the first person I decided to go with. And that was the worst mistake. The worst mistake. And when I say this person was charming, they were the most sweetest person. Sold me a whole dream. Took me away from the city that I grew up in with my friends and family and loved ones. Quickly created a whole drama between me and my family. And now that I was dependent on him, didn't know anybody in this city, with a 2-year-old child, then he became my worst enemy. Then he became my worst nightmare. He went from being my knight in shining armor to being my worst nightmare. And at that time, I was embarrassed to admit it to myself and to the world. Like, I was publicly shamed. The smear campaign started the same year we broke up, the same day we broke up. When I said I didn't want to do this anymore, bam, I ended up on the internet. Multiple videos of me posted everywhere, trying to embarrass me, trying to ruin my career. I stayed strong, I stayed quiet, and I fought through it. It took me 2.5 years, almost 3 years, to get to the point where I can share my story. And I know that God is speaking through me. My goal is not to slam anybody, to drag anybody, to do anything. My goal is to share my story so that other people can hear it and learn from it and heal from it. Follow my page if you want a lot more videos like these.